going on, everybody? Here, and we did it. We finally watched it. The Netflix phenomenon, Stranger Things Volume 2. It's been out for about 24 hours. We saw it, 4 hours in its entirety, saw it, and overall it was pretty great. Awesome, very entertaining. This is the review, the reaction, what I truly think about it. Thoughts, good stuff, bad stuff, a little bit in between. Let's get straight to it before I keep rambling on, because I'm going to do that. First and foremost, the best thing I liked about Volume 2 by far was the Metallica swerve. What I mean by that, when this preview first came out, the first trailer for this whole series, just Volume 1 even, you had a very nice journey. What was the song called? Separate Ways, but they had their Stranger Things version attached to it. Slower, a little more melodic, and slightly darker too. It was nice. They had that playing within the whole preview of the show, and one of the best parts of it is they had a character that now you know is Eddie, just shredding in the Upside Down. I'm like, oh, that's gnarly. That's super gnarly. Okay, so that part finally happened. I was waiting for that the whole time in the Volume 1. Volume 2 happened. It finally happened. Eddie got on top, and so I'm waiting because they show him with the guitar. I'm like, oh, it's happening. I tell her it's happening. Finally. And so you're thinking, okay, cool, so Journey's going to happen separate ways. I'm waiting for the tune. Nope. That's not what happened. Everybody likes Journey, but everybody loves Metallica. Metallica, yes, Metallica. They did Metallica, Master of Puppets. Incredible swerve. Mark out moment. I was going crazy. I was waiting for the solo. They did it. Awesome. Great stuff. It's crazy to say it's my favorite part, but that was the most exciting part for me in it. That was so awesome. Gnarly, super gnarly part. Next, the story. The story overall is pretty good. There's a reason why it's number 1 on Netflix. It's been trending forever. I think it's the most watched show of all time on Netflix, which is saying a lot. Countries and all that. That's a great story. Anybody can watch it. The family, kids. I think like 8 and over maybe. Some kids won't understand all of it. 10 for sure you'll get it, but for the most part, everybody in the family can watch it. They can like it. They can enjoy it. Overall, it's pretty great. Next. So Vecna itself, the villain, looks super awesome. He has dreads, kind of, but they're all like, slimy, kind of octopus looking. His whole demeanor looks tight. Looks like he's a skinless type, demonic looking character. I cannot wait for that toy to come out. I want that toy. I need that toy to add that to collection. Big fan of Vecna. Great stuff. Next, the whole 80s vibes to it. This was more Volume 1, but the whole 80s vibes too. There's been a surge of 80s since that's came out. That Running Up the Road or Running on the Road, I forgot what that song's called, was trending forever. Reached number 1 3 separate times for an 80s song. It's insane. So hats off to the 80s. And not just that song. There was Amadeus, there was Tarzan Boy or Jungle Boy, however you want to call it. Plenty of great songs in it. Very good vibes. Also the visuals. They have impeccable visuals in it. They did great stuff with the visuals. The whole landscape, just everything behind it. Great visuals, great effects. The monsters, the Upside Down. A lot of colors too. It was great. It was fantastic. And then here's the in-between, because I'm going to switching over from the good to the bad. The in-between. Argyle, I believe is his name. He's good because he's funny. Right, he's funny. He's your like comedic relief type character. Gives you these little quirky comments. He's the stoner type guy. That's great. But over time, it gets a little bit annoying. That was just my perspective. Fun character. He breaks the ice. When stuff's serious, he says something silly. But it almost became like a knock knock who's there type joke. It was the same thing over and over again. Got kind of annoying towards the end. Just my perspective. Now we're going towards what I didn't necessarily like about the show. I'm not hating on the show overall. I liked it, but there were some things that definitely just grinded my gears, like Peter Griffin says. So, first and foremost with that, the thing I could eliminate from this entire series is the whole Russian thing. The Russian thing was, okay, and here it is. The show itself, the whole plot is ridiculous, right? It's based off D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, Monsters from there. It's a board game, it's a video game. I don't know what the whole mechanics behind that is, but it's based off of that. So the whole story in itself is silly, right? But it's still fun. That's fine, but I'm talking about this Russian storyline itself. That's, to me, the most ridiculous part of the whole show. I mean, So now they're infiltrating Russia, Russian spies, Russian military, the quote unquote, the best fighters, all that stuff. They went in and out of that place so many times. Hopper basically was like in Super Mario back in the day, where you have 100 lives. That was him running on snow. Just too many things. It was just ridiculous. That's part of the ridiculousness. But even in this part, they escaped the Russian military. I don't know how. I don't know. All these things they did. Then they decided to go back into it. And that's when I was like, okay, this is getting a little intense. We were kind of laughing about it. All right, this is getting a little Fast and Furious to me, but it is what it is. We'll go back to that. To me, the entire Russian thing just shouldn't have happened. It was too much ridiculousness on everything. They kept escaping every little thing without guns, without all kinds of stuff, except towards the end. Just the whole Russian storyline was just ridiculous. And there was already a lot of separate groups separated in California, in Hawkins, and then in Russia apparently. So just that whole storyline itself, I could have done without it. We didn't enjoy it. We're just now they're doing the Russian part. And here's the thing, Hopper's a great character, but that Russian thing, it wasn't even that fun. It was just, we could have done without it. Just my opinion. Next thing, timing. So of course, they might be doing an ode to being cheesy like the 90s and the 80s, but the timing in this is what really, again, if you're watching this show just for, silliness, it can do that, but there's a lot of serious parts in the show too. That's fine, but here's the thing. I hate when stuff is exact timing, because it just bothers me too much. So, for example, in one of the Russian parts, Hopper and company, they destroy the Demogorgons, they, infiltrate the Russian army, they do all that, and right in the nick of time, here comes not the Jewish guy, the Russian traitor comes with the Russian pilot. They come right after Hopper finishes killing this Demogorgon. And on top of that, I'll segue back to that. And the other part of timing was the military thing. So 11, of course, she's basically Rick in this show from Rick and Morty. She does everything. She destroys a helicopter. It was a pretty gnarly scene. It was pretty tight. She destroyed it on top of tanks and whatever. Then, but here's the thing, the whole military was after her. They're trying to get her and kill her and all that, supposedly. So she does that. They all know that the Russian general, the American general, he knows what's going on because they radioed him. So you think after he hears this big conundrum, he's gonna go up and get her. So she does that, and so you think, oh, you better get out of here. You gotta leave because they're coming for you. No, there's this long out, drag out scene with her and Papa who dies. Of course, you're watching this already, spoiler alert. But it's just this long, super dragged out thing, dramatic thing. And then the what's his name? Argyle's driving the pizza thing, the pizza van, and they're picking her up, but they're still waiting and stalling and doing these little, just saying little quirky things. And then as soon as they leave, the military comes out. And it's like, come on. Don't insult our intelligence like that. But again, just my opinion. It is what it is. Next, this could be controversial. Okay, so killing Max, then not killing Max. Okay, this is one of the biggest pet peeves I have with the entire show. This show, basically, it's the opposite. It's like if this show's the regular and Game of Thrones is the upside down. Polar opposites as far as killing main characters. They're petrified, scared to death of doing it. I don't know why. Killing main characters should be just a normal thing. Every show does it. This show, for some reason, we're 5 seasons deep. We're basically in the 5th season now because that's the next season coming out, and no main characters ever die. It's just crazy to me. So they almost kill Max in Volume 1. Great, probably the best episode of the series. Episode 4, incredible. The whole running up the road song was great scene. But they don't kill her. Okay, great. I had said previously, they would have killed her. That would have been a catastrophic moment. Everybody in tears and shambles. I would have been sad too, but they should have killed her, I thought. Like, okay, whatever, she's alive, that's fine. Then they do it again this time. They kill her, quote unquote. But then they don't kill her. Why? Because 11, she's not Rick. She's Rick and Jesus. Yes. So 11, she puts her, she doesn't do this, like she always does. She puts it on her neck or her heart or something, and it revives Max, which is insane to me. Just kill her. They did the whole, body breaking thing and all that. Then she says, I don't want to die, and then she ends up dying, and the whole, world cracks and all that. But 11 revives her. It's like, why are you so scared to death of killing main characters in the show? It'd be great for the show. It happens. It builds. You're building these characters from season on season on season, so it'll be sad when a main character dies. Why are you so scared to do it? Just do it. I'm sure somebody will die of significance season 5. It's the rumored final season. Maybe 11 will die. That'll be a great way to go because she's the main character, and there won't be any more shows anyways. Next thing, segue. Eddie dies. Yes, I don't have a problem with Eddie dying, but here's the thing. They did the same thing they did with season 3. So they have a new character in Billy, good character, but he dies at the end of the season. Not a main character. They introduced him, built him a little bit, and then killed him. His was a little bit easier, I guess, because he was a bad guy. He was mean to his sister. He would yell at everybody. Then he had a redemption arc at the end, and he died. Oh, okay, that was kind of sad. But end of the day, not a main character. He's only in a handful of episodes. Same thing with Eddie. You build him up. He's this crazy rocker dude that lives in a trailer park. You feel bad for him, so it could hit a little more, I guess, but he's still not a main character. So you kill him. But it's not just him dying that's the issue. It's the way he died. Here's the thing. He supposedly sacrificed himself for Toothless. We call him Toothless because they've been calling that since season 1. And he has teeth now. But that's not exactly what he did. He supposedly... So they were climbing through the, the little RV thing or whatever, upside down. They go through it, and for some reason Eddie decides, I'm not going to go through it, I'm going to cut the rope. Like, okay, why is he doing that? And then I thought, oh, maybe he's going to plug it up because they plugged the other side with a spiked up trash can with it. No, he didn't do that. He just left. So, okay, that's crazy. So he ends up going, and he's fighting off these little Demogorgon bats, and he gets eaten up by them. But it's like, okay, why did he do that though? If there's a thing, if there was a situation where him and Toothless were together, and he's like, oh, just leave, Toothless, I'll protect you, and he's literally sacrificing himself, I'm okay with it. But he didn't. He didn't plug no hole. He just decided, I'm gonna go commit suicide. Insane to me. Insane the way. Now, the way I would have done it, they were getting attacked. I don't know, maybe they were stuck on stuff or whatever. You want to go out a super gnarly way? That's how you do it. He tells Toothless, plug it in, hurry, before you leave. Okay, he plugs it in. Eddie climbs on top. He's getting bit, but he's shredding. So he's shredding while he's getting bit and eaten up. Such a gnarly way to leave. And then you see Toothless crying, Eddie, no. I mean, he's just shredding while he's getting eaten alive, blood everywhere, still just shredding it up. Would have been super insane, and it would have been for a purpose. He would have sacrificed himself. He sacrificed himself for nothing on this, so it was hard to get stabbed because it was a stupid choice. It's sad seeing him die, but it's like he did this to himself. There was no reason for that. Nothing got plugged up. Insane. It sounds like I hate the show, but I don't. It's very critical. Next. So, again, I already went over it a little bit. 11's Jesus. Again, that can't be going forward what they have to do, because she already... Let's talk about 11. So my biggest... I'm going to skip that to the very ending. Another big problem I have with the entire series is it's very repetitive. So they have an issue. They have a D&D figure come. They're attacking them. And 11 comes at the very end of the day like Superman and just kills it by doing this. Fine. Season 2. Everything's going bad. D&D character, 11 does this. Dead. Season 3. It's infiltrated with Billy, and it's back and forth. They don't know what to do. 11 does this. Billy dies. The Demogorgon guy dies. Whoever, the Mind Flayer, whatever, it dies. This one, Vecna's the main bad guy. It's infiltrating everybody. It's going to kill the whole world. Guess what happens? 11 does this. That can't keep happening. I get it. She's the main character. They build it around her. But it's extremely repetitive because I find myself saying over and over again, oh, 11's going to come and do this, and then that's over. That can't be the way. That's a big cop out for the entire series. And maybe people look past it. It happens every time we talk about it, and it's just tough to continue doing that. And they're probably going to do that season 5. There'll be some big bad guy. Vecna's going to be this morphed out creature. And maybe 11 will do this, 2 hands, and she'll kill it. I don't know. So far, she's fine with just 1. We'll see. Don't laugh. Over there first off. It's true, though. For the most part, that's the review. Again, I know I've talked a lot about negativity for it. I enjoyed the show. I wanted to see it. I liked it. Volume 1 was really fun. The whole skating rink thing, all the songs playing. When 11 hit the blonde girl, that was such an awesome scene in the whole show. Everybody was happy. We got up, we high-fived. We're like, yeah, she deserved that. Awesome moment. But again, it's just, this was great too. It was great, but there were certain things we didn't like. And again, they cannot keep doing this recycling 11 thing, okay? They cannot keep doing that because it just doesn't make... It's just gonna make it boring almost, because you're gonna build it up, but you always know 11's gonna do this, and that's it. It's game over, game set match. And I think I went over the Hopper thing. He did the whole The Rock / Vin Diesel / Jason Statham, Aragorn. I don't need no guns. I'm just going to slow motion, chop this thing up, and more of the Russian stuff that I hated. I didn't like, just ridiculous. But I did like this show. I did enjoy it. Very good show. I did enjoy the show overall. Just, of course, had some tips with it. And I forgot about the Will thing. So Will, just say he's gay already. Why do you keep messing with it? Just, you're already doing all this stuff. It's not controversial. It just is what it is. Just, if you're gonna do, again, just like with the whole killing the main characters thing, just do it. It's fine. It's not a big deal. It is. It's on Netflix. You expect it.
Well, they had the girl storyline.
They did, yeah. But they're just like afraid of saying that word for some reason. They love saying, and I said this in my other review, they said "God damn it" on Volume 1 so many times. It's like they had a "God damn it" counter. So I have to say 200 "God damn it's" for this to be a thing. Just who cares? Just do it. And don't make... And again, last thing, I already said it, don't make 11 Jesus. If she's going to be resurrecting people, I'm out. It's not going to happen. She's already Rick times 10. She's already kills people by doing this, which is insane. Don't make her Jesus and revive people, because then it's not fun anymore. People are going to die and she's going to do this to their neck. If you do this to your neck, it's fine. If you do this, not touching them, they're dead. But you do this and they're alive. They're going to come back. That's super silly. Don't do that. It is what it is. This is the hair.